you can see here is an example on the Fourier series. What we need to do? Find Fourier series expansion of the function f of x, which is given by x square minus 3 defined over the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So what we got? We get the value of fx as x square minus 3. This is our function which is defined over the interval 0 to 2 pi. We get these values from here. So the very first step here is to find L, because we need the Fourier series expansion of this function, right? So to find L, what we have to do? As I explained earlier, we are going to use the Fourier series expansion of the function fx, which is a0 over 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos n pi x over L plus bn sin n pi x over L. This is Fourier series of the function fx, which is defined over the interval c to c plus 2l. Okay, so what is the length of this interval? What is the length of this interval? Length of this interval is c plus 2l minus c, which is 2l. It means this is the function defined over the interval of length 2l. Then this is the Fourier series expansion. Now we have this function fx, which is defined over the interval 0 to 2 pi. So to find L, we should compare the length of both intervals. So length of the given interval 0 to 2 pi, we'll find it. It will give you 2 pi minus 0, which is 2 pi. Now as we are going to use this formula, we compare the lengths. So 2L is equal to 2 pi, which gives you the value of L as pi, comparing the width. Okay, now we replace the value of L here and here. So we get the Fourier series expansion of our function is fx, which is a0 over 2 plus summation n from 1 to infinity an cos n pi x over, in place of L, now we will substitute pi, plus bn sin n pi x. Again in place of L we have pi. So what we did, we just substituted the value of L as pi. Now we will simplify it. We cancel pi with pi because it's the angle. So this will give you the Fourier series expansion of the function as a0 over 2 plus summation of n from 1 to infinity an, we left with cos nx plus bn sin nx. Okay, now what is next? So the next step is to find the value of a0, an and bn by using the formula. Now, so to calculate a0, the value is given by 1 over L integral c to c plus 2l fx dx. This is the question. This is the formula for it. Now from the question, so fx is x square minus 3 defined from 0 to 2 pi with the value of L as pi. So we got these three things from the question. Now substitute it here. A0 is equal to 1 over L is pi integral. Now this is from c to c plus 2l as per the formula, because your function is defined from c to c plus 2l. But for us, we have to go with the limits of the function, the interval over which the function is defined. So 0 to 2 pi. Here 0, 2 pi.
To 2 pi.
0 to 2 pi. Now, so we have the value of the function from the question again, x square minus 3. X square minus 3 dx. Now the question of single definite integral, which we can easily integrate. So this gives you 1 over pi. Integral of x square is x power 3 over 3 minus integral of 3 is 3x from 0 to 2 pi. Now we replace the value of x first by 2 pi and then by 0. Here we have only one variable dx. So we know that it's the value of x. So this gives you 1 over pi when you replace x by 2 pi. 2 pi to the power 3 over minus 3 times 2 pi. So this is the value when x is 2 pi. Minus, we replace x by 0. So 0 power 3 over 3 minus 3 times 0. So this is the value that x is equal to 0. You can see that these both terms cancel out to be 0. So when you simplify, it will give you 1 over pi 2 power 3 and pi power 3. It gives you 8 pi power 3 over 3 minus 3 times 2 gives you 6 pi. You can cancel this pi with this pi and so here we left with pi power 2. This gives us the value of A0 as 8 pi square over 3 minus 6. This is the value of A0. Next we will calculate AN, which is given by the formula 1 over L C to C plus 2L fx cos n pi x over L dx. Substituting the values from here. So what we did, we replaced the value of fx by x square minus 3, L by pi, limits of integration, and the value of L by pi. So we can cancel this pi with pi. So we will, this is equal 1 over pi integral 0 to 2 pi x square minus 3 cosine of nx dx. Now again you have to integrate it. Now to integrate it, again two terms are into multiplication. So you have to think, is it direct integration, integration by parts, or integration by substitution? You have to integrate it by parts because product of two terms, and for both of them you have the direct rule of integration. So we have to integrate by parts. So we are going to use that rule. We select one function for derivative, another for integration, because here that is possible. So now we select x square minus 3 for derivative, because after certain derivative it will become 0, and the remaining function for integration, which is cosine nx. So let's follow the step. Derivative of x square minus 3 is 2x. Derivative of 2x is 2 and its derivative 0. Then here sine nx. Integration is sine nx divide n. Integration of sine is minus cosine nx over n square. Integration of minus cosine is minus sine nx over n power 3. So now how we are getting n square and n cube? See, when we integrate cosine nx dx. So for cosine it becomes sine nx divided by, as we are integrating with x, we divide by the coefficient of x, which is n. Now second time what we are doing, we are integrating this term. So we have the question sine nx over n dx. This we are integrating. Now forget about this n now. When we integrate sine, it becomes minus cosine nx divide by, now again following the same rule, divide by n, right? What we will do, we didn't use this n, now we multiply this n also here. So now as this n was not used, so it become n here, so cosine nx over n square. Now similarly, when we integrate this one, minus cosine of nx over n square dx. Other than n square, if we leave n squares separately, say, what is integral of minus cosine? It is minus sine nx over n. So we combine these two, gives you n power 3. So now we combine the terms. We start with sign plus, minus, plus, minus. As we move to the next term, we switch the sign. And then we multiply in cross. This is as per the rule. Now 3 arrows, it means there will be 3 terms. You are multiplying x square minus 3 with sine nx over n. So it's better to put them in bracket because this whole term is going to multiply. So multiplication, multiplication, multiplication. So let's write it down. So the first term is x square minus 3 multiplied by sine nx over n. Both the terms are positive. So an equal, we already have 1 over pi outside this term. So 1 over pi, first term, x square minus 3, what is it here? Sine nx over n. Sine of nx divide n. Second term, minus minus become plus. 2x multiply cos nx over n square plus 2x multiplied cos nx over n square. Then plus minus gives you minus. 2 multiplied sine nx over n power 3 minus 2 sine nx over n power 3. And what are the limits? Limits were from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. So x is from 0 to x is equal to 2 pi. We just combine the term. Now we will substitute the limit. So now we will replace x at all these positions. First by 2 pi and then by 0. Let's substitute. So this gives you an is equal to 1 over pi x square, which is 2 pi square minus 3 sine of n times 2 pi divide n plus 2 times 2 pi cosine of n times 2 pi over n square minus 2 times sine of n times 2 pi over n power 3 minus, replace x by 0. 0 power 2 minus 3 sine of n times 0 becomes 0 divide n plus 2 times 0 cosine of 0 over n square minus 2 sine of 0 over n power 3. These are the terms when x is equal to 2 pi, and this is the term at x is equal to 0. This term from here to here. Now let's substitute it. So we know that sine of 0 is 0, sine of 0 is 0. So this total term cancel and it is 0 multiplied by something. So this term also cancel to 0. Although cosine of 0 is 1, but it is multiplied with 0. See, cosine of 0 is 1, but since it's multiplied with 0, this term cancel. So we left an is equal to 1 over pi 2 pi square, which is 4 pi square minus 3. I can write it as sine of 2n pi over n plus 2 times 2, 4 pi cosine of 2n pi over n square minus 2 times sine of 2n pi over n power 3, and all the terms for the lower limit become 0. Now we are going to use those rules. I gave you that sine of n pi is equal to 0 for all integers, and cosine of n pi is equal to minus 1 to the power n for all n belonging to set of integers. Okay, like 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and so on. Now let's work with the first one. If it is sine of 2n pi, I'll say that this is again 0 because 2n will be again, what will happen here if I write 2n? This will be 0 plus minus 2 plus minus 4 and so on, means it's multiplied with 2. So again sine of 2n pi will be 0, means it will be 0 for all values unless you get say something like sine of n pi by 2, means some irrational number, or sine n pi by 3, something like that. Okay, so this gives that sine of 2n pi is 0. Similarly, when we work with cosine of n pi, if it is cosine of 2n pi, I'll say that this is minus 1 to the power 2n. See, when it is cosine of n pi, the power is minus 1 to the power n, means whatever is coefficient with pi, it goes in the power. Here, the coefficient with pi is 2n, so it goes in the power. Explain here. See, we have cosine of n pi as minus 1 to the power n. It means if n is 1, you get minus 1. If n is 2, you get minus 1 square, that gives you plus 1. N is 3, you will get minus 1 power 3, which is minus 1. If n is 4, again it is an even number, gives you plus 1. So you get plus 1 when n is 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. Now when it is 2n pi, it is minus 1 to the power 2n. 2 multiplied by n. So see here, 2 multiplied by n, it will be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. So always an even number. So this gives you the value of cosine of 2n pi as 1, because it's an even number. So here you will get it as 1. So as this term becomes 0, this total term becomes 0, and this last term also becomes 0. We get only this non-zero term. So an is equal to 1 over pi 4 pi into 1 over n square. Now again we can cancel pi with pi. So this gives us the value of an as 4 over n square. Bn, by using the formula 1 over L integration c to c plus 2L fx, what is the difference? Here we get sine n pi x over L dx. So we were having from the question fx as x square minus 3 defined over the interval 0 to 2 pi with value of L as pi. So substitute it here. 1 over pi 0 to 2 pi fx x square minus 3 sine n pi x over pi dx. Again we cancel pi with pi, so we left with 1 over pi integration 0 to 2 pi x square minus 3 sine nx dx. Now it is similar to the an part, but here instead of cosine you have sine. So again you have to integrate it by parts. Remember that in Fourier series you have to use integration by parts method. So we'll use the same concept, one function for derivative, another function for integration. So the function for derivative will be this one, as it becomes 0 after certain derivatives, and for integration sine nx. So derivative of 2x square is 2x, derivative of 2x is 2, and then 0. Integration of sine, minus cosine nx divide n. Integration minus sine nx over n power 2 using the same way. Now integration of sine is minus cos. So minus sine will be plus cos nx over n power 3. Then we work with signs, plus, minus, plus and minus, and then multiply it. Okay, so again don't miss the bracket here, and these two terms to be multiplied. Just write down this term. Bn is 1 over pi, plus minus gives you minus x square minus 3 cosine of nx divide n. Minus minus become plus 2x sine nx over n square, and plus gives you plus 2 cosine nx over n power 3. Limits are from 0 to 2 pi. So substituting the limit of x and replacing the value of x at these positions, so this will give us 1 over pi when we are replacing x by 2 pi. So 2 pi to the power 2 minus 3 cosine of 2n pi over n. Second term, 2 times 2 pi sine of 2n pi over n square plus 2 cosine of 2n pi over n power 3 is in one bracket minus the value at x is equal to 0, which is minus of 0 square minus 3 cosine of 0 over n plus 2 times 0 sine 0 over n square and plus 2 cosine of 0 over n power 3. This is the value at x is equal to 0. Now from previous calculation, what we can see, sine of 0 is 0. So this term cancels to 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. Cosine of 0 is 1. Here we calculated cosine of 2n pi as 1 and sine of 2n pi as 0. So we are going to use it. Sine of 2n pi, this is 0. So this total term, sine of 2n pi is 1. This is 1. So just write it clearly what we'll get. So this gives you Bn equal to minus of 2 pi square gives you 4 pi square minus 3. This cosine 2n pi is 1 over n. Second term cancel here, 2 over n power 3 minus first term minus and minus become plus 3, and this cos is 1, so 3 over n, and plus 2 over n power 3. So you can see that we have non-zero terms. This one here, this term is non-zero, this term is non-zero, and this term is non-zero. So how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got the 4 terms. We'll simplify it further, like see, minus 2 over n cube, and this we can multiply 1 over n with both the terms and check what we will get. So when we, so this will give you sorry, I missed here 1 over pi, 1 because it is in the Bn. When you multiply it, minus 4 pi square over n, this minus minus become plus 3 over n, minus 2 over n cube, here minus 3 over n minus 2 over n cube. Now we have to simplify, we can cancel out some terms. So plus 3 over n minus 3 over n, cancel. This gives you 1 over pi minus 4 pi square over n. This minus minus is 2 times, so minus 4 over n power 3. This is the value of Bn. Here you cannot cancel out pi because you don't have pi here in the final term. So once you get the value of a0, an and bn, substitute it in the main formula for Fourier series here. That will give you the final Fourier series expansion of the function x square minus 3.